Hello, guys. Thank you for watching Three Hoodoo Sisters. How's your conjure? How's your manifestation? How's your spiritual work? Is it popping or is it whack? What's going on? I mean, just wanted to know. Okay, guys, it's me again, and today's video is about energy vampires. This is going to be like a three-part video. It's not going to be just like one part, it's going to be three. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is an energy vampire, and then the second video is going to be how to protect yourself. And I don't know, I guess the third video is going to be like a questions and answers, when you guys are also welcome to ask any questions. And I guess the third video is going to be more so of a questions and answers. Y'all, energy vampires. I'm just going to break it down to the simplest thing. An energy vampire is a individual who is negative and literally sucks the life force out of you when they are around them. It's like being around that person who is constantly negative and makes your right eye twitch and makes your scalp itch because they're just so annoying. Like they can't see the positive in anything. Like some, like for an example, you're having a baby. Like, you're excited, you've announced your pregnancy, and here comes this bitch. Or here comes this asshole who's like, oh, you're pregnant? Oh, wow. Well, let's just hope that you don't have like a miscarriage. Or, oh, you're pregnant? I remember when I was pregnant. Oh my God, it was so terrible. My, I was about to say pussy water, but it's not that. It's like my, what is it called? The water, embryonic fluid, like leaked. It's like, no, I really had somebody tell me a story how their fluid leaked. And it was just like, why are you telling me this nasty shit? But anyways, so let's just go down the different list of energy vampires. Okay, guys? So, hey, you may realize that you're one too. Hey, surprise! I think what's really scary about an energy vampire is that they're so common because it's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to think. It's actually easier to be negative than it is to be positive. So if it's actually, I think it's been scientifically proven, it's easier to do bad shit than it is to do good shit. So the sad part is that some of us are energy vampires and we don't even know it. But anyways, let me just go down the like list of, and what's even sadder is that a lot of it is like our relatives, our closest friends. The one I hate the most are co-workers because we're stuck with them for 8 hours or more, and it's really hard to escape those type of people. So really, it's best to just kind of try to show you how to avoid them. But with this video, let's just go to the first. Okay. The one who I cannot stand is the victim. The victim. The one who it's like, this is like a whiner. It's like someone who is just like, they really need a therapist. They don't really need a friend. Like all they do is just whine and complain about their life, and how every single breath of fresh air is just, it's somebody else's fault and it's never their fault. Those are the worst to me personally because I'm big on like personal responsibility. So yeah, he he he. So that's one of them. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Another one is The one who's just negative. So, two, the one who's just constantly negative. Like they never have anything positive to say. It's like they literally arose from their crypt and went to go find someone to just bring the misery. It's like people who just love to make you sad, and they don't like to see other people happy, which is really common. I think those are the most common amongst the list I've made. It's just people who just don't want to see you personally happy. It's like it's a sin. Like, how the hell this hoe happy, but I'm not? Let me bring my misery. I hope she brought her umbrella, because bitch, it's about to rain. Oh, who's next? Oh, the controller. This normally falls into like parents and spouses. Um, these people normally have an opinion about everything, and they think that they know what's best for you. They're overbearing. They're dominating. Um, if they could, they would pick your nose for you. And then after that, they would just tell you that you don't even know how to pick your nose properly. I mean, these people are never satisfied. Most of these people, I always say that they normally fall around spouse or parents. And those are kind of like the hardest people to get away from. They can also fall around managers, like managers and supervisors, people who just think that the world rotates around them once they clock in. I've noticed that most people who have control issues are just miserable with their own life, and that there's a lack of control somewhere else in their life. So they're kind of taking that energy and putting it into their job or into their marriage or on their children. Let me see who else. Let me see. Oh, that idiot who thinks that they know everything, the narcissist. Um attention like they always want attention. It's like those people who are constantly on Facebook, constantly on Instagram, constantly on Snapchat, constantly on Twitter, constantly on, I don't even know what else is left. But minus that, it's basically like everything is about them. It's kind of like the polar opposite of being a victim. It's kind of like th- thinking that, again, the world rotates around you, and it's kind of a scary way to think, because most of these people, when really good things are happening in your life, let's say for example you just got a huge job promotion, like you've always wanted this job, they'll turn around and flip it and say, well girl, well I just bought a new Chanel bag. Like their life rotates around a damn overpriced soft calfskin bag, which one day I will add to my collection. But anyways, it's basically like you're engaged. Oh, they completely, like those to me are like the worst friends to have, because you got to be careful with the narcissist, because when the attention starts to flip on you or you start doing better than them, this is when you guys will start to see a break in your friendship. Some people don't mind being the supporters of a friendship, and while the other person is just kind of taking all of it in. Um, but after a while, we all have our seasons where we will reap, where things will be better than what it is for our friend who is the narcissist, who may be going through a barren stage and they don't want to see you succeed. And it's like, those friends, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That hoe, that asshole, they got to go. Like, because it's never going to be about you. Like, you could be dying from cancer and they'll turn around and be like, oh my God, bitch, I broke a nail. Can you wait on your dying? Okay, but anyways, whatever. Let's just go on to the criticizer, which, being from the islands, like that's my parents. Like, you're never good enough, you'll never do anything good enough. That's like a foreign thing. It's like, look, I invented a cure for AIDS. Oh, who cares? What about herpes? It's like it's like nothing ever satisfies them. But you deal with a lot of these people, the criticizers, that they're normally at your job. They normally feel like they're qualified to like judge and to like belittle you. Um, and normally it's people who have power over you. And the reason why they're doing it is because it boosts their ego. So they're excited about it. They love that they have power over something or someone. So it's like they're like a mixture of a controller too. So most of these people, it's hard, especially at your job, when you have to deal with someone who takes joy and basically in all of your mistakes or really not making any type of mistakes at all. Those are hard, especially when our livelihood depends upon our job. So those are the worst. Or, oh, they also tend to be at your job too, sometimes passive aggressive. Those are like the worst too. So I'll say like number 6, passive aggressive, because they always find a way to silently criticize you or to control you or to get over on you. And the sad part is that these are low vibrational energies. It's really sad that we can't just go to work in peace and have some type of peace of mind, or go home in peace, or hang out with personal family and friends in peace without somebody sucking your life force. We're all made out of energetic fields. Like, we're constantly exchanging energy, even if we're not trying to. Have you ever sat down somewhere and you felt the last person's energy? Not the, and it's just really sad because, like, in the end, you just feel really drained. Like, you just feel like it's a mental, emotional, even a physical struggle just to be around some of these people. It's like I've even seen people who are so drained who have actually manifested physical sickness because, of course, high blood pressure, gaining weight, losing weight, um, mental fog, not being able to, think properly. Some people actually start become depressed. Like, that is really, really sad. Or people who don't understand why every time they're around a certain person or, in a certain place, they get really sad or they get angry. Also certain places, like, okay, let's say you walk into a restaurant and two people just got into a huge fight and you kind of walk into that energy. You may all of a sudden, especially if you're more so of a empath, you may walk into that energy and be like, yo, I was fine, but now I'm just not in a good mood. It's like, damn, who ate the last bit of my food in the fridge? It really feels like you went out to like Red Lobster and you ordered, what is it called? The shrimp Alfredo, and you had some like meat put on top of it, and then you're at work and like you come home and somebody ate it. It's like your whole day just got fucked up. It's like, who in the hell ate my shrimp Alfredo from Red Lobster? You know, it's like walking into people's energy can just be that serious. So imagine being around people who base their whole life out of making other people's lives miserable. Sometimes people don't really know that they're doing it, and sometimes people do. I've actually met people who take joy in making other people miserable. And like I said, you can't run, you can't hide. There's not enough holes in the wall to hide in. There's not enough corners. There's not enough sick days. There's not enough vacation time. You're going to have to deal with these people. It's kind of like you don't have a choice. So, my next video is going to be really going over how to things that you can do spiritually, things that you can do therapeutically to try to deal with these people. If not, you can light a candle on their asses and deal with them in that way. I'm all for doing spiritual work on certain people. Like, I would never do it on my parents or something like that. Like, I think that's absolutely crazy. Um, Even if they are vampires, there's ways around that. But my boss, my coworkers, not really on friends, because really there's strategic ways, which I'll show you guys in the next video. But really, if you gotta shut down a bitch, then girl, go get your candles and fuck a bitch up. Because I mean, I'm serious. Like, if you've tried everything and you've tried to do this the civil way, and it's not working, that's when you conjure. That's when you bring in spiritual work, because you don't want to lose your health and you don't want to lose your job. So again, guys, thank you for listening. Write, share, like.